Brussels sprouts are perfectly fine for goats in moderate amounts, so yes, they can eat it. But again, in a strictly moderate amount. Even though goats are perceived as notorious eaters, and it is a common thought that they would eat anything, this perception is not entirely accurate. Like in the case of Brussels sprouts, there have been mixed reactions of goats as observed by goat keepers. Some say their goats ate Brussels sprout fine, and some say their goats rejected it. So, it is the personal choice of the goat. It might eat Brussels sprout or might refrain from eating it. Are Brussels sprouts good for goats? Brussels sprouts belong to the Brassicaceae family of vegetables. Vegetables belonging to this family may or may not be suitable for goats. It will not be entirely true if I claim that they are totally good for goats. If fed in excess to goats, they may be harmful to goats. One goat keeper shared her experience that when she fed Brussels sprouts to her goat, it bloated. It may have been due to the overfeeding of Brussels sprouts to goats. So, if you want to feed your goats with Brussels sprout, go ahead, but keep the quantities moderate. It is a treat and should be fed as a treat to goats. Are Brussels sprouts bad for goats in any way? Vegetables belonging to the Brassicaceae family such as Brussels sprouts contain a substance known as glucosinolate. This substance is toxic for goats and can cause certain health problems such as bloating. Another research found that an excessive amount of Brussels sprouts being fed to goats can result in discoloration of urine. Hence, as long as you don't overfeed Brussels sprouts to your goats, you will have nothing to worry about. What vegetables can goats eat? Goats love to eat vegetables, however, not every vegetable is good for goats' health. Some vegetables such as onions which belong to the nightshade family are toxic for goats and shouldn't be fed to them. Below is the list of some vegetables which are perfectly fine for goats to feed on. Pumpkins, squash, corn, beans, peas, carrots, celery. There are some other vegetables that goats can eat, however, the majority of them are listed above. These vegetables are very nutritious and can be a very healthy addition to your goat's diet. Summary: goats can eat Brussels sprouts in a very moderate amount. You can feed it as a treat to your goats occasionally, but you can't make it your goat's regular diet. There are certain health risks involved in feeding Brussels sprouts to goats, so it might not be a bad idea to totally avoid it. However, it's your decision in the end. This article has discussed all the pros and cons of feeding Brussels sprouts to goats.